The movement is going down, you know what I'm saying? We just sending love out to the whole Midwest, the whole state of Michigan, our city, Fly City, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do it for y'all, we hold it down for y'all. If y'all ain't got it, who got one of them flyers, man? Who got one of them flyers? Well, anyway, Vinny Chase Season 1 available right now on www.jonconnoronline.com and or varsitymusic.com. Then we got Salvation coming July 12th. After that, what's next? Vinny Chase Season 2. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it moving. Yeah, y'all see what it is. All Varsity Music, Jon Connor Online, and love to the blogs, love the Hood Illustrated. Y'all know what it is. Jon Connor, People's Rapper, Blue City Club, A Squad. We in here. Shouts to my sis Leah Mack. She ain't here right now, but she killing the pop game. We about to kill hip hop. Y'all see what it is. It's on. Okay, cool. But yeah, y'all see it. We in here, Jackson, Michigan, the Rocket. It's going down. You know, we feeling good right now. Blue City Club project coming. We just got shit coming. On top of the shit, man. So just thank everybody, man, for showing us so much love. All Varsity Music. Shouts to Mo Cleese, Young Sav, Jay Rich, JP. Am I forgetting anybody? Good.
Nah, I think you got everybody, man. So just hold it down for everybody.
And Link ain't here. Blue City Club, 4th member. Link ain't here right now. Shouts to my dude Link, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
That's what it is, bro. One of the hottest niggas in the game right now. Been one of the hottest niggas in the game for the last 24, 36 months. Jon Connor, what's good with it, fam?
Well, man, first of all, I want to say thank you, for that introduction, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm good, man. Chilling, just working hard, man.
All right, that's what it is, bro. Yeah, I've been, you know, just my intake on it from the first time that I heard you, man, and seen you live, man. I've been kind of hooked. So your live performance is off the chain. What tell us your hood story briefly, man. You know, about when you really, you know, put your foot in the game and you know what you've been doing up to this point.
Well, man, you know, for me, you know, it started. The journey with me and music started from, you know, the day I was born. You know, my father, you know, played the guitar, the drums, and you know, he's an accomplished musician. And, you know, just growing up, I always looked up to him musically. And, you know, I would sit on his, you know what I'm saying, I would sit downstairs in the basement with him while he practiced. And I would go to his band practices and all of that. And just, you know, watch and learn and study. And, you know, he really put me on to like a lot of, you know, old school. I remember just like I said, listening to records with my dad back in the day, and just always just having that genetic, you know what I'm saying, love for music. And then as I got older, you know, in high school, I started spitting when I was like 11 years old. And you know, from that point on, I wanted to make my own beats. You know, before that, I was just rapping to the ends of industry songs. I was rapping to the end of No Limit songs and Bad Boy songs, but then I got older and, you know, I wanted to try my hand at producing, so around 14, got to that point, high school, started selling CDs and all of that and honing my craft and just studying and, you know, I got a love for just everything that's music and everything that's entertainment, so just growing up, I would watch people's performances, I would watch, you know, just everybody, you know, it wasn't even just hip-hop. Of course, I would watch Jay-Z, Nas, and and Biggie, Pac, but then it went over into watching Jimi Hendrix, Michael Jackson, Prince, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, just anybody who was a great performer, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, like, I would watch and study them. So then, you know, that's just, even before I even, you know, started getting taken seriously with rap music, it was like, that's what I was doing. I was grinding even before 2005. That's when I came out with the Calling Part 1. And, you know, that was pretty much my first national joint where I got like a bunch of, well, it wasn't a bunch of attention, but it was enough attention to where people started taking notice and started getting write-ups and all of that. And, you know, that's how it went. You know, it was just a lifetime grind with me. And I moved to Florida, linked up with a couple of my homies that I went to Full Sail, the recording art school with, and, you know, we thugged it out, man, like we really did, you know, we lived in a one-bedroom apartment, you know, everybody's equipment in the living room, and we just bang out, you know what I'm saying, like the old-fashioned grind, man. Like, you know, two of us sleeping in the living room, one of us got the room, and that just was what it was. It's like, you know, my passion is not for money, it's not for fame, it's because I really love doing music, you know. So I moved to Florida with my dudes, started grinding, moved back to Flint, and just kept grinding, man. And, you know, music takes you through so many different trials and tribulations, and so your journey, you just never know where it's going to take you. You know, music just took me to Orlando, Miami, California, Atlanta, back to Michigan. So it's like, you know, just wherever music took me, I was willing to go because that's how much I wanted it. That's how bad I wanted it. So, you know, 2007 came out with another mixtape, Everybody Hates Connor. After that, Calling Part 2 was the one, that was 2008, and it really started getting people's attention with this joint I had called Make 'Em Say, produced by Optics, and people started gravitating toward it, really seeing that, you know, I was a real lyricist and that I really took seriously what I was doing and that I wasn't going to go away. And that's actually around the time that I met Mo Cleese, and that was the album that got his attention. So, you know, after that it was on. You know, I met Mo because of the Calling Part 2, and when I met him, it was like, you know, he was like, so, you Jon Connor, I've been wanting to meet you since, you know, because he had my first album. He like, man, I've been trying to find you, man. He just happened to be at this little spot called The Loft in Flint, Michigan, watching me perform, and I gave him the Calling Part 2. And, you know, he fell in love with the music, and, you know what I'm saying, he just, at that point on, he said he seen something in me, you know, that it factor, and he was like, yo, I'm not going to stop until you get on, because he said, I feel like your gift needs to be shared with the world, and I'm going to do everything I can to get you out here on that level that you're supposed to be on. And from that day forward, you know, it wasn't no turning back, you know, and he stayed true to that promise. So that leads us to where we are, Benny Chase, man.
Well, that's what it is, fam. Your story, man, is inspirational, man, and it's more than just the music. It seemed like you study the art. You know, you study the everything that involves the music. The music seems like it's a backdrop to what you really are. You know, so
man, most definitely. If I could say that, like, bro, music is all I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always like, if it was music versus anything else, music was always gonna win. Like, music never took a backseat to nothing. Like, not no relationship, not no job. Like, I had 9-to-5 jobs. I had good jobs. Like, where I was making, you know, what some people build their whole lives off of. People retired from the jobs that I was quitting because I love music. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's it at the end of the day. It's music, man.
That's what it is, man. But we know your buzz is real heavy in the Midwest. What has put you in a position right now than you weren't at, you know, about a year ago? I know we got up to this point, but what has made the difference between back in, you know, 2008 and 2011?
Well, just the difference between now and then was just like, from now, just the support from the blogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the blogs really started messing with me, you know what I'm saying, and supporting what I was doing. And that's the main thing. Like, you know, people always say that the internet is the new street grind. Like, back in the 90s, it was being out the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
And, they always say that the internet is the new street grind. I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the street grind is still the street grind because we hit them at both angles. We still do that too. But it's like, the difference now is, you know, once, you know, the internet, that's the world. You know, that's worldwide. You know, you get one joint on the internet and people start gravitating to it. That's people in London and, you know, France. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of different places. That's like, you know, man, you know, all across the world. I be on Twitter and people from like Australia and all these different places like hitting me up, and it's like, that's just how powerful, you know, that internet is. So I would say, just the fact that I've been getting the support from the blogs is probably been the biggest difference between now and then, because, you know, it is what it is. I'm still the same me, still making good music and still, you know what I'm saying, being genuine with what I'm saying and what I'm doing. But, you know, the difference now is that the internet then really got my music out to a whole nother audience that I might not have been able to reach before.
Yeah, that's real, man. And I'm diehard Midwest, and I'm gonna keep grinding with this magazine till the hottest niggas in the Midwest blow up. And we know you from Flint, one of the first cities to actually be put on, by none other than MC Breed, Top Authority, the Dayton family. I want to know some of that Fly City. Tell us some of that Fly City, what you grow up with, and some of the artists that influenced you from that area.
Man, I remember, as far as artists from Flint, the first rap song that I knew the words to was MC Breed, Ain't No Future in Your Front. You know what I'm saying? I remember my sister had the tape. I still remember the tape was white. You know what I'm saying? The cassette tape. It was a white cassette tape. And I remember I would play it over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Until I knew all of the words, man. So, that go without saying, man. Rest in peace to MC Breed. And, he definitely influenced what I do, and definitely he paved the way for what I do. You know what I mean? And that could never, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? That's never even a debatable topic. Like, Breed was our legend, our first one to put us on. Of course, the Dayton family, you know what I'm saying, to this day, if they play Flint Town, every Flint person, we gonna feel that in our spirit. We gonna jump up out our seats, and it's gonna be like a church revival, you know what I'm saying, when we hear Flint Town by the Dayton family. So, as far as people from around, and then of course, not just Flint, but all the Michigan, you say, from around the area. Of course, Eminem just, took it to a whole nother level, because that's like, that's people's top 5 dead or alive. I've seen he was like the greatest of the last decade on BET's countdown. And for him to be from Michigan, that's something that to aspire to, because you could look at him and be like, yo, he's from, an hour away from where I'm at. It's possible. Exactly. Anything is possible, and that's the thing. Like, they can never figure us out, because Eminem doesn't sound like the Dayton family. The Dayton family doesn't sound like Eshawn. It's like Michigan, we got our own. Like, we are all individuals that come up with our own sounds. They can never figure us out, and I just like the fact that M took hip hop to a whole nother level. And I saw something the other day said he was the highest selling rap artist, in the past 10 years, and that's Michigan. So, I always looked at him like, yo, that's where I want to get to one day, just on a global level.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. It seemed like the blog's talking about he looking at Sonic Jon Connor. How you feel about that?
You know what, man? Like I say, like I just said, I got so much respect for him, you know what I'm saying, and the things that he's accomplished in the game. To even hear something like he's a fan of my music is like, that's man, accomplishing milestones. That's you know what I'm saying, jumping over barriers. That's like a victory in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to hear that somebody that you admire and have respect for looks at you and says that they like what you're doing, yo, that's it's another level, man. It's an unexplainable feeling, man. Yeah,
man. And the way you carry yourself, man, it make people they gotta respect you, but then when they hear the music, they gotta respect it more, because a lot of these rappers out here, they live for that cosign. They live for someone to say, hey, he's hot, and we got the videos out with K-Slay, Buster, Nas, giving you props, and you got drops on the mixtape. It seemed like all this is just, business with you, and it's helping you get to the top of the ladder. What are some of your goals for 2011, that you haven't done so far?
Man, the thing is, my goals today and for 2011 is the same goals that I had when I was a kid, and I wanted to do this, to take over the world, man. Like, Grammy #1 spots on Billboard. Like, I'm not in it just to be the king of my city, the king of my state, the king of my region. Like, I'm trying to be the king of the world. Like, take over the game. Like, that's my mission. Like, that's my mission. I don't believe in having a cutoff point or a ceiling on your success, or set barriers in your mind or roadblocks, or, I'll be cool if I only get to this point. Nah, I want to be icon in this game. And right now, you know, this is the beginnings of it.